ATS would have burned calories, then the stakeholders of RBL Bank would have been the most fit people. Hi folks, here is CA Vardhaman Rakhecha. Welcome to ATS, India's only broking house which provides zero brokerage for both intraday trades as well as delivery. Today's video will be on the bank which was once hailed as the next HDFC bank but is now doubted to be the next Yes Bank. Yes, I'm talking about RBL Bank. RBL Bank, formerly called as the Ratnakar Bank Limited, got an amazing, overwhelming response to its IPO. It was issued to public at a meager 225 rupees and the stock escalated to a record high of 716 in just a span of 3 years from 2016 to 2019, and from there the stock nosedived to 85 rupees. That is, it corrected by almost 87%. So what was the reason of the fall of RBL Bank? Let's check it out that. RBL Bank has very high exposure towards unsecured loan. The total unsecured loan forms 43% of the total loans. So unsecured loans are like microfinance lending, then lending towards small business, so which is very high, 43% when compared to its peers who generally lend to the secured loans like housing loan. Second point, you can see that the deposits of the bank have gone up from 57 lakh in financial year 2020 to 78 lakhs in financial year 2022, which is an increase of almost 38%. But correspondingly, the advances has gone up only from 58 lakhs to 60 lakh, which is just an increase of meager 3%. So this clearly shows that the bank is unable to utilize the funds which it is having. It is not able to disburse the loans, and thereby the liquidity coverage ratio of the bank has shot up by 138%. So bank needs to improve on this and utilize the funds appropriately. RBL Bank achieved great heights during the tenure of Vishwaveer Ahuja. Vishwaveer Ahuja joined RBL Bank back in 2010, and it was Vishwaveer Ahuja who converted Ratnakar Bank to RBL Bank. And it was during his tenure that the advances grew from meager 1900 crore back in 2010 to 60,000 crore in 2021, which is an increase of almost 30 times. Which is massive in proportion to the jump which we saw before the tenure of Ahuja sir. And also during his time, net profit also grew tremendously. It escalated almost 42 times. And during this period, RBL Bank also got huge recognition. It was given the fastest growing bank, most innovative bank, etc. It was given so many awards. But as soon as the asset quality of the bank started weakening, as soon as these news started coming up, Vishwaveer Ahuja also stepped down during the same period, and then the stock reacted very poorly and it crashed 20% on one single day because Vishwaveer Ahuja sir also stepped down, as Vishwaveer Ahuja is also considered as the synonym of the RBL Bank, the man who made RBL Bank, and has, since he stepped down, the stock also corrected drastically. Later, RBI appointed R. Subramanyakumar, who is the veteran banker having experience of almost 40 years as the new MD and CEO of the RBL Bank. He has worked with Punjab Bank, DHFL, Indian Overseas. The market did not appreciate this move as he was earlier the banker of public sector companies, but now he has been put into private sector bank, and also he was earlier the banker of DHFL, which had failed drastically. To understand how RBL Bank has failed, let us compare the RBL Bank data from the time it was good, that is back in 2019, to presently 2022 when it has crashed. So talking about the first parameter that we have is the net interest margin. Net interest margin is the difference between the interest rate at which it lends and it collects. So net interest margin has been earlier 4.14% back in 2019, and it has now in fact increased to 4.16%, which is a decent sign. Then talking about the gross non-performing asset and the net non-performing asset, they have escalated from 4.4% and 1.34 percentage, which is bad, but still it is not a sign of worrying. Then next we have PCR, which means provision coverage ratio. It is the ratio which indicates that how much money the bank has kept aside for collecting the loans which are doubtful. So PCR of the bank has increased to 70%, and although it is fine, but still it is less when compared to other banks. Like if you see, IDFC First Bank has a PCR of almost 97%. Then CASA ratio of the bank is also good. It is 35%, but if you observe, the RBL Bank offers interest of almost 6% to even saving bank account. So although CASA ratio is good of 35%, it is not helping the bank because the interest rate which it is offering is as high as 6%. And also if you see, the credit deposit ratio of the bank has decreased to 76%. The reason is, of course, what we have mentioned above, that the bank is not able to advance the money to the people who are in need. That is, it is not able to give the loan, and hence it is a negative sign. And lastly, talking about the earnings of the bank is negative 2.77, which is poor, because this financial year particularly has been one of the best year for the banking industry in terms of profitability, and RBL Bank is one of the few banks which has reported a loss in this financial year, and this is a bit negative. Also, now let us compare the RBL Bank from the Yes Bank, because many people are thinking that RBL Bank is the next Yes Bank. So let us compare the financials of RBL Bank with the worst of Yes Bank, that is 2019 Yes Bank figures with present RBL Bank figures. The net interest margin of Yes Bank back in its worst period, that is 2019, was meager 2.2%, and RBL Bank is having 4.16%. So RBL Bank is better than Yes Bank here. And also when talking about the other parameters like the GNPA, NNPA, RBL Bank is very much better when compared to Yes Bank, because it's very less than Yes Bank. Then talking about the PCR of the RBL Bank, and even the EPS of the bank is much better when compared to Yes Bank. So we can conclude that RBL Bank, yes, it is in crisis, but still it is in very much better situation when compared to Yes Bank. So if you want to acquire RBL Bank, you may acquire a little bit, because in the market there are many good opportunities available, hence it does not make sense to take risk. So if you have liked our video, then do like, share and subscribe to our channel, ATS channel, and also hit the bell icon to get the notifications as soon as the video is uploaded. So thank you.